Got a GMT Master II. Wanted to unbox it for you guys so you can take a look. Pretty secure package. Lots of tape on this thing, I guess. Don't want it to end up on the floor. I'm actually pretty pleased to see this. Sometimes I've received expensive watches that are not protected at all. This one is, oops, very well protected.
Two boxes, that's a good sign.
Alright, the first glimpse here. Outer box, inner box. And money. Oh, I'm excited about that, but let's start with the less exciting stuff first.
Don't know if there's any value to this, keeping this or not, but I'm going to go ahead and keep it and just protect the other box.
Oh, baby. Gotta admit, this is more exciting than I thought it would be. I've seen a couple of box openings and they kind of made me laugh a little bit. You know, the guys are getting way too excited, but kind of feel like I regret that a little. Maybe I was a bit too judgmental. No idea what that area is for. For some reason I thought it came with a polishing cloth, but I don't see one. C'est la vie. Perhaps the polishing cloth is in here. So get a look at this box. Man, that is cool. Smart thinking on their part. There we go. Protective barrier for the band. Can immediately feel the quality difference. It's a beautiful watch. Smooth. 24 clicks. Silky wind. It's a bit of a mess. Have to polish it up. All cleaned up and ready to take a closer look. The polish was pretty much incredible on this thing. It's hard to describe, but Rolex did a very fine job of protecting the polished surfaces. Other than the band, I actually find it kind of odd that the band did not have a lot of protection on the center high polish area. The clasp and the actual polished surfaces of the case were extremely well protected. In fact, to the point that I missed taking a couple off and wore it for a little while before I noticed that on these two polished areas there were little stickers protecting it. So got surprised by that. But again, I think Rolex overall did a very, very good job of keeping this thing protected during the shipping process. It's amazing the polish on that center section. It's going to be a bear to keep clean, I think, and it's going to drive me nuts if I scratch it. A little bit OCD on that kind of thing, but at any rate, the clasp is very, very solid, and it has a pretty cool feature that made it relatively easy for me to get this thing sized to my wrist properly. So I'd like to show that to you if I could. So if you've got one of those times in your life where you're feeling a little bit bigger than normal, this feature comes in pretty handy. So the back couple links here on the clasp, one's folded in on the other. It pops out and extends the band probably by about a half a link. And then when you work off that steak from Fogo de Chao, you just pop it back into place, and it's right back where it was. So I did remove a link and then let it out a half link, and it was absolutely perfect, straight the way it was. I did leave the stickers on the clasp. The clasp, as I understand it, is milled out of solid stainless, so when it's on, you don't have to worry about it coming off. It's very, very confidence inspiring. Never do I feel like I've got to worry about the clasp failing. But all in all, I like that design. I like the feel of it, and I think that it's an excellent way if you're going to redesign something, do it right. Now I know that Rolex has some better technology for micro adjusting bands, but frankly, I think that this is more than enough. All right. The ceramic bezel is stunning. Very, very, very high polish. I like the shine that it has to it as opposed to a metal bevel insert that might appear a little bit more matte. In adjusting the band, I did run into something that was a bit of an annoyance, just a little bit. The pucker factor was a little bit higher than average, but when I did take the link out, the screw was easy enough to manage. It's a nice little flat screwdriver, a couple of turns, and you've got it out of the threads. But I'm thinking this is part of that quality feel, the tightness of the band, the lack of sag. I believe that there are some ceramic cylinders in there that are very tight around those screws, and once I had it out of the threads, I wasn't able to use my fingers to pull the screw out, so I actually had to take a paper clip and push it out from the other side, which was a little bit nerve-wracking, but all in all, no damage was done that I know of. I don't think I'm going to be able to capture the etching on the face, but I'll try. You can see Rolex is around the inside there. I like that touch. But at 6 o'clock, there is an etching on the face. I think I might have gotten it. Oh, I had it for a second. But just hovering above the 6 o'clock dash, there is a small Rolex logo etched into the sapphire, which is really cool. If you ever have to replace the sapphire, I don't know how hard it's going to be to get one of those. The Cyclops on the date, excuse me, is I think very well done. The bezel, as I showed you earlier, has a nice positive click, and 24 clicks since we're working on making sure that we understand time in as it relates to the different area codes or time zones. All in all, I'm ecstatic. I think that this is probably my favorite watch now. The old IWC is probably going to take a back seat for a while. This one's going to get a lot of wrist time. Hope this was helpful.